Miss Kenny and I'm the teacher in 1CK.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Ella Murray and I'm the teaching assistant in 1CK.
And in this video we're going to tell you all about a day in 1CK. So I'm going to do a really quick tour of the classroom now, and I thought I would start on the corridor. So in the morning when the children come to school, they hang up their coats on their pegs, and then they bring their bags into the classroom and they put their bags on the tables, and then they go to the sink to wash their hands. We wash our hands at several points throughout the day, just to make sure that we're being as clean as we can, and that obviously we are doing everything we can to keep ourselves clean. So here we have our Ready Steady Talk sentence structures. So every Monday morning we have a lesson called Ready Steady Talk, where we encourage the children to talk in full sentences. And then throughout the week we aim to use these sentence structures to help us when we're speaking, to make sure we're talking in full sentences. Here we have our behaviour system. So each child has their own peg. So if they do something amazing, or some outstanding work, or they're really kind, or make a really, really good choice with their behaviour, they get to move their peg onto the outstanding star. If a child makes an inappropriate choice, then we look at the consequence chart and we move their peg down depending on the level of behaviour where the level of behaviour comes to on the chart. So it could mean they miss some of their playtime or their golden time, which we have on Fridays. So here's the timetable for the day. So we change that every single day so children know what we're doing. And over here we have our always board. So every child has their own superhero, and each Friday we look at the always board and we see who can move up to the next part of the always board, with the aim of getting to the top, and then they receive their always badge. So when we're looking at the always board, we think about these things. So the children need to come to school every day and aim high in everything that they do. They need to demonstrate our core values every day and keep themselves and each other safe. And they need to make sure that they are active listeners and that they follow all instructions the first time. So if the children are meeting these rules here, then they get to move up the always chart. In the corner here we've got our reading area. Got some lovely books over there. And here is our carpet space. So each child has a sticker that they sit on, and then they can see the smart board at the front. And at the moment we've got 4 different tables where the children sit, and this term they're called the season tables. So we've got our seasons for our names. So this one is the summer table, that's the spring one over there, the autumn table and the winter table. Okay. So in the corner over here we have our science board. So this half term we're thinking about weather and how we dress for different seasons. So that was a fun lesson yesterday. And here we have our superhero board. So each child has a picture with their face on, and if they are chosen to be the superhero of the day, that means they've had a really successful day. So they get to choose which superhero they would like to be, and they get to have a sticker the following day which says they are the superhero of the day. Up here we've got our phonic sounds, which help the children with their reading and their writing. Down here they're water bottles. And here we have our treasure chest, which is full of absolutely lovely stories which we share with the children throughout the year. And we have a book of the week. So this week it is called Solway. We've been reading that story now for a couple of weeks actually, and the children are really enjoying it. Here we have our core values. So we've got kindness, good health, resilience, respect, equality and honesty, and they are very, very important, and the children need to know what they mean. And here we have our handwriting posters which show the children how to sit and how to hold a pencil properly. And these are our bag boxes. So in the morning, once the children have washed their hands, they go back to their seats, and then we stamp their reading records, and then their books go into the boxes at the back, and they stay there until home time. And this is one of our English walls, so our magpie wall, where we magpie words from books and put them on the wall, and that's our English wall. And our maths working wall, and there are our maths resources. So I'll just come over here and there we go. Oh, I've forgotten to mention actually, we have something called Word of the Day. Zoom in. So the green stars over there, we've only started that quite recently. Those are our words of the day. So every day we have a different word of the day, and we talk to the children about what it means and how we use it in a full sentence. Okay. At Birchfields, we have been learning about the importance of the Black Lives Matter movement, and are committed to becoming anti-racist. As part of this, we have been studying a project called Changing Minds, Changing Times, and in a minute I'm going to show you some of our amazing work that we completed for this project. I'm really, really pleased with it, and I hope you like it. It's all along our display board outside the classroom. So I'm going to just turn this off for a second and then flip the camera. So these are some of the beautiful pieces children made for homework, and then we've got some work on Rosa Parks, and we learned about Marcus Rashford. So we've been learning about inspirational black individuals who've done great things for the world, and we learned about Jesse Owens, and we did pictures of ourselves, and it was a really, really successful project. I think the children all really, really enjoyed it. So we hope that they've told you about it at home, and thank you so much for all the wonderful, wonderful posters that you did as part of their homework. They're absolutely amazing. We're back in the classroom. So as I was just saying, the project we've just finished is called Changing Minds, Changing Times, and it was all about how to be an anti-racist. Now, because we finished that project doesn't mean that we're going to forget that learning. That learning is going to carry on throughout the year and the years to come. So it's really important, and it's an important message that we hope the children will take with them as they move through the school. Now, each half term we start a new project. So we've just done a little one, a short one, but we're going to start another one now, even though it's not a new half term. And the next project that we're going to start is called Brilliant Birchfields. The clue's in the title. It's all about Birchfields. So it's thinking about how Birchfield School has changed. So this project is a lot about history. So looking at changes in school life and in national life. And we're going to be looking at how toys have changed, and in fact how the children have changed, so how they've grown from being babies into toddlers into children. So thinking about how they've changed themselves. So in their homework books last week, the children brought home a copy of our springboard. Yeah, okay, so this is our springboard, and I'm hoping that they showed you and talked through all the different things we're going to be learning about during this project. And they also should have brought home a copy of the vocab mat. So these are all the words we're going to be covering, and there are lots more as well, but these are the really, really key ones that are important for our project. Now this book that I'm showing you now is called our sticky book, and it's got a lovely picture of the class on the front. Now it's not sticky, okay, it's called our sticky book because these are things that the children should remember, so it should stick in their brain. So these books, each Key Stage 1 class has got one, and they are memories really for the class to remember, and they can take them up with them throughout the school and look back at the book, hopefully fondly, and they can remember what they've been doing whilst they've been in different year groups. So already we've got some really lovely pictures in our books and memories that we've made so far, and this one is from last week this week in fact, when we went onto the field and we stood in the shape of a B, a P and an S, and we had our photograph taken by a drone. So this is an example of what will go into our sticky book. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is the school website. Now, hopefully, lots of you will be familiar with the school website. Okay, but I'm just going to show you the website. Hopefully, you'll be familiar with it from over lockdown, but just in case you're not, so if you want to go to the Year 1 page, if you click on the Home Learning icon there, so I'll just go back. So click on the Home Learning tab, and then if you click on the Year 1 link, it brings up the Year 1 page. Now, we've not got much on there at the moment, but from next week, we're going to start putting the homework up, so you've got it on there as well, and any useful links that might be good to help with the homework. And then on here as well, we've got the Twitter feeds for Year 1. So the Year 1 Twitter account is called @Y1BPS. So we've got lots of exciting things going on there in Year 1. And the teachers have all got their own pages as well. So if you want to follow any of us on there, you can either follow us on Twitter, or you can keep up to date with what's going on the Year 1 page of the website. Also, if you go back to the home page, the outstanding award each week is published onto the website. So there's a little slide there with who's won the awards, and every Friday that's updated so we can see who has won the awards. Okay. So I think most of you already know by now that PE is on a Wednesday. So thank you to those of you that have been sending your children into school every Wednesday in their PE kit. That's really, really, really helpful. So just to remind you that the PE kit is a red t-shirt, black shorts or jogging pants and a sensible pair of shoes. So hopefully it would be trainers, something that they can do sport in safely. If you want them to, they can have a little, either their school jumper or a jumper, preferably a red one. But yeah, as I say, as long as it's warm enough for them to wear when they're outside at playtime, because the weather is getting a bit cooler at the minute. So yeah, it's really important that they stay warm. Also, it's really important now, with the weather having changed, as I've just said, that the children bring a coat to school every day with a hood, and also sensible shoes. I noticed some children are wearing sort of summery shoes, which are lovely, but if it's raining outside, then they're going to get very wet feet very quickly. So sensible shoes would be brilliant if you could sort that, please. Each day, the children bring home a reading book. Now, we're changing the reading books twice a week. So the children bring their book home on a Monday. So they have it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. That's the first book they get. So they have it for 4 days. So when you get their reading record at home, so if you hear them read on a Monday, so you hear them read on Monday night after school, and then you can write read book. And then on Tuesday morning, one of either me or Mrs. Elamari or Mrs. Khalik will stamp the book to say that they've read, and they will get a tick on my chart, okay? And the same for Tuesday, the same for Wednesday, and the same for Thursday. That's the 4 days they're having their reading book. Now on a Friday, we let the children choose a book from our reading corner. So the same applies, they still need to be reading that book. Now it might be that you could read that book to them and share it with them, which would be lovely, but still you need to sign to say that they've read over the weekend. So on the Friday here, you need to sign it, and then we'll stamp it on the following Monday. Now if your child reads every single day, and they have their book signed every single day, they will get a certificate at the end of the half term. Now if they don't read, they sadly won't get a certificate. So it's really important, not just so they get a certificate, but so their reading improves as well. So please, please, please hear your child read every day if you can. Thank you. Homework is set every Friday. So every Friday the children will bring home their homework. Now this is an example of a child's work from 1CK. So here is the homework that's been stuck in. So it's hopefully quite straightforward. And here is an example of the work that one child has done. So they've obviously taken quite a lot of care over their work, okay? And it needs to be handed in by the Tuesday morning for the following week. So they've got Friday evening, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, Monday evening, and then it needs to be handed in by Tuesday. If you want to hand it in on Monday, that's fine, okay? But we do ask for it to be handed in by Tuesday, okay? And then the next week's homework is stuck on the next page, and they do it on here, okay? Now each week we have a spelling test. Thank you so much to those of you who helped your children to learn their spellings for this week. Now we're going to start sending them home on Friday, so it's going to go in their homework book, I think, and then if they can learn them for the following Friday when their test will be. So we've got a week to learn their spellings, and each week we'll send the sheet home so you can see how they've got on in that week's test. At the moment, we're asking parents if they need to contact us, if you can email us at this email address. So the email address is teachersy1@birchfields.manchester.sch.uk. We check that email address every day, so if you do contact us, then we'll get back in touch with you. And you can also see at the bottom there is our Twitter name as well, so it's at Y1BPS if you want to follow us on there. Thank you. So thank you for watching. I hope I haven't waffled on for too long. Just got to say that 1CK have settled in really, really well so far. They are an absolutely lovely class, and I feel really privileged to be their teacher this year. I think we're going to have lots and lots of fun. Thank you so much for your support. It's been brilliant. They've all been coming in on time, and they've been reading at home every day and doing their homework. So thank you so much for that. And I look forward, hopefully, to seeing you in school very soon. Fingers crossed, who knows? Thanks a lot. Bye.